Oh my goodness, that's a lot of people. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of people. Oh my goodness.
Oh dear, I've got you on loop there because I had the preview up with the audio on. Oh my goodness, a lot of people.
Nice.
Oh my god, there's a lot of people.
That's how we introduce things now.
Oh, yeah.
So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dom and Tom Sit Talk Our Hobby, episode 91.
I know, it's getting near that magic 100. We'll have to do something for the 100.
Yeah,
that's all
yeah. Maybe we can get, maybe get inebriated on the stream. Who knows? That'd be new, wouldn't it? Anyway, so those who are new to our stream, we stream every Tuesday, which is either Sit Talk and Hobby, or we'll have a game. But obviously, this week we're going to Sit Talk and Hobby.
And if you're very lucky,
Tom,
we do multiple streams every Tuesday, depending on how we're feeling.
Yeah, exactly. So what we want you to do is to join us in the chat, have a little bit of fun, also be doing some hobby, hopefully, having a nice drink, maybe something to eat, just chilling out, having a great time.
Indeed.
So, Tom, before we get too involved with what we're going to talk about tonight, what hobby are you doing tonight, if any?
Well, no, as you know, I have taken on a rather interesting project for the Apocalypse game. So at the moment, this is my life, is terrain. Some of you guys may have noticed a couple of pictures in Discord of me constructing a new board for the Apocalypse game, which I'm actually hand building because the mats we discussed this, didn't we, the other day? We cut them all down, so they were kind of like, well, it doesn't really work because we have to fill up too much real estate, and now the mats are cut, it's a bit more difficult. So so essentially I'm doing that, but while I'm on the stream, I'll be painting the bits of terrain that I need to paint up for the actual Apocalypse board. So that is what I will be. This is this particular one here I'm working. Some of you may recognise we've already had one of these, but this is the second one which I'm going to paint. So there we go. How about yourself?
I've got a third one. We've got three altogether.
We've got three. Well, we could create.
Yeah, I've got my jungle one behind me somewhere. Ooh. The jungle one's there.
Well, there we go.
You just see it
I forgot you had one.
There you go. What have I got? Well, tonight, Tom, along the lines of Apocalypse, let's get hyped up for Apocalypse, people. I am. This guy's been sitting on a paint station for a while, and he will be appearing in the Apocalypse game. So let's talk a little bit about that before we talk anymore. So we've got a 40,000 point Apocalypse game coming up.
Indeed.
And a lot of people, when you see an Apocalypse game, it tends to be like lines of super heavies. But in this case, we are doing 20,000 points aside, and 5,000 points are on Titanic units. So there will be 15,000 points of normal, cool, awesome stuff.
Yep.
We've got the forces of chaos against the forces of the Imperium. We've got different Marine chapters coming in. We've got different legions coming in. It is going to be absolutely epic. And if anyone that's subscribed to the channel before will know that we've got lots of Apocalypse games in the past, and this is going to be one of the more awesome ones we're doing. So I'm really hyped for it. Yeah,
what we do.
Yeah, what we do. So yeah, super excited for that. What's everyone in the chat working on tonight?
Indeed. Let's get some of your hobbies in. And also, hello, Stevo. Thank you for coming to join us. And we've got Dave, Jack. Andy has made a little appearance in Vanguard as well a bit earlier, so thank you all very much for coming to join us for tonight. And while you're putting in all of your hobby-esque routine now, I'll explain the slight madness of the overlay tonight. I don't know if you've seen it, Dom.
I have seen the overlay. That's what I said. Oh, that's a lot, or whatever it was.
Obviously, there's a fair few logos on there, and this is just so I can send out a bit of love and appreciation to some of the people I met the other weekend at a tournament that Idic Beer put on, which was the Dominion War 2022, which sadly Dom couldn't make it to.
No, I originally, my plan was to attend this event. However, I looked at the date, and unfortunately, it was the day after I left my current workplace. I went out that night and celebrated extremely heavily, and I think if I attended Saturday, it wouldn't be good for anyone. So I'm really gutted I couldn't do it. I did tell Nick in advance I couldn't make it. Hopefully next time I'll be able to attend and meet some of these lovely people.
Having seen Dom hungover at an Apocalypse game before, I know he's pretty much useless. So
I'm useless before, so
Obviously, I think 6 Plus Stevo in there is in chat, and obviously he is one of the logos up there, and he's actually also someone I played at the event, which was a very enjoyable game. So thanks for that. But yeah, so yeah, I was going to talk a little bit about the event, obviously, because I think I've watched pretty much all the videos that the other channels have put out, and and I don't think I'd feel right if I did at least have a little chat about it and a little mention of everyone, because it was a really good day out. Very very hot as well, but it's been hot all the time at the moment. So
What it's like in the UK.
we regularly have
Always
these
hot.
heat waves. It just we can't stop it here. So yeah. But
So, Tom, tell us about the format and who attended this amazing event that you went to.
Well, so the event, I'll start with the event. Obviously, it was Dominion War 2022, run by Idic Beer, who was the host in a wonderful little marquee very near where he lives, which was perfect for this particular occasion because there was lots of space and it was outside and it was nice. It was quite cool, which was good. So and essentially it was supposed to be a three game affair. We ended up having two in the end. Mainly due to a bit of time constraints. Unfortunately, a little bit caused by myself because I had to leave early to meet some family after the event. But the two games we had was really really enjoyable. And then obviously there was a few little prizes knocking about at the end, which ended up in quite a funny little roll off. But I'll go into that a bit later. And obviously there were a few other channels there because that was kind of the purpose of the event, was to have a few people down from various different channels around the UK, have a chat, have a bit of a compare notes, so to speak. I don't know, something like that. But, bit of a like-minded people. So
Before you slate these people, Tom, do we just see if any of them in the chat still, or so?
Well, yeah. If any of you are watching, just throw us a little hello out there, and we'll mention you there. But
yeah. Tom won't be overly critical.
I'll pick the ones that aren't in chat to be really critical about. Yeah, is that how it works?
Yeah, exactly. Just be horrible behind their back, not to their face.
Yeah, of course. We don't.
We're English.
Yeah. So obviously Steve is definitely there. But I can't really say a bad word about him. He's a cool guy. I had a really great game with him. So I really enjoyed that one. And also just another person who just sometimes pop into our live stream as well as Darren from Twisted Dice.
Yeah, lovely guy.
I had my first game against his World Eaters as well, actually. So that was good. But we also had CM Wargames, Baldermort's Guide to Warhammer, Big Mek Danskull, Let's Make It Orkie, the Pickle Jar, Planet 40k, and of course Idic Beer and ourselves. And in all seriousness, everyone there was fantastic. I was very. Dom knows that I get a bit nervous about going to events and stuff like that. It's just unfortunately, I suppose, the way I'm built, especially with people I haven't met before. However, I couldn't have felt more welcome when I arrived, and I had, it was overall having got to speak to all of you guys there at some point throughout the day, or on some level, it was really nice to talk to some like-minded people. And just show that there's some good people out there playing this hobby in a very similar style to how we play as well, Dom. That's what I would say. Definitely, as I said, they're all mentioned in the description, and I've actually any of them who have done an event video like this one already, I've linked that particular video in there, but I've also linked their channel. So guys, if anyone from our subscriber base that hasn't checked any of these guys out, please nip over, give them a sub, watch the video that they've done for this event, and see what you think. I mean, I don't think you'll be disappointed. They're all there's a very nice, wide, varied kind of types of videos from all of them. From painting, battle reports, a lot of painters, to be fair, which is really really refreshing for me, because it was nice to get some of their insights on how they paint and all this kind of stuff. Yeah.
So do you get any good painting tips then, Tom, from this crowd of people?
Not tips so much,
or any inspiration.
I got inspiration because when you look at some of the stuff that's been done, and also some of the stuff off the channels they've some of their work, you can't help but be a little bit inspired, because you also realise that there's so many different styles out there, but also just getting a different take on how people paint things. as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't realise, you look at stuff and you go, oh, I didn't realise you could do it that way, or I didn't think about using that particular, method, or stuff like that. And yeah, so from that point of view, it was worth. Just the whole trip was worth it anyway, obviously, because it was just a good day out, really. It was just playing 40k for the day, really. And I honestly, I wish I could have come down a day earlier and stayed a bit longer, just to sort of for the after party or the pre-party, because I missed out a couple of bits there. But that's unfortunately, as you know, we have quite tight schedules sometimes, so it was just.
Do indeed.
Um,
So you played 2 games
I did
on that day. So who did you play first?
I played Twisted Dice first.
Okay. So Darren's not here. So
no.
let's get the gist on the game.
So obviously, I took my Black Templars down, and I took a list that, in my head as usual, goes, "This would work very nicely."
Oh no, Tom. We know how the outcome is.
Just before I carry on, just say, Steve, yeah, thanks, man. It was a good pleasure to be against you as well. So I hope we can maybe next year have another game if we get a chance. But anyway, yeah. So I played Twisted Dice's World Eaters, which is very nicely painted and very very aggressive. Unfortunately, as you know, I'd like to play aggressive as well.
Right, okay.
And I played too aggressive. So it was.
You out aggressive. You're overly aggressive.
In a bad way. I played overly aggressive in a bad way because I think playing aggressive against World Eaters is probably not the best thing to do.
Yeah.
I played.
You don't want to go into the chain axes, Tom. You want to avoid the chain axes.
There was some possessed in there. There was a couple of Mauler Fiends, and a lovely little demon prince. Who decided to make my life a bit difficult, but yeah, ultimately for that particular game, it was over by about the beginning of turn 3.
Oh no, Tom, no!
Many points were scored against me, so but it was fun. It was a good laugh, and ultimately, it's for me and tournaments. We have a very mixed relationship sometimes. For how well I do, or how badly I do, or how far down the bottom of the table I come. Because I believe actually the final scores were, I think I was one off the bottom. I think LetsMakeItOrkie managed to take that wooden spoon from me, which was a shame. But
there's nothing wrong with taking a wooden spoon, Tom. That's an honour in itself. I've got a wooden spoon somewhere. I've actually got it in one of my cabinets. Where's my wooden?
You used to have it hung up on the wall, didn't you? I think so.
And that was it's essentially like a brass plated.
So brass plated affair.
Yeah, it's very nice.
But yeah, and then so that was my first game. Then obviously finally got around to my second game, which was against Stevo, as we said there, and I played his orcs, which were fantastically painted. Honestly, one of the best looking orc armies I've seen. And we had a bit of a laugh a minute game, if you know what I mean. It was and it ended up being very close as well. Lots of nice close combat. He had a few of the old dreads in his list.
Nice, your favourite.
Cans and Detra. So I was, honestly, it was really, really, really cool. And I took some Templar-esque secondaries. One which was to, I think, spill blood on your blade. I think it was called, which is basically to or purge the enemy on your blade. I think it was, which is one where you get the most points if your warlord kills their warlord or the character challenge in combat. Which he actually managed to do.
Did he? Yay! That's enough. You've won. Technically, you've
honestly,
won.
If I hadn't have done that, the game would not have been close, because that scored me 15 secondary points, and it was going to be very much a bit of a.
Oh man, that's what you want as a secondary. Yeah. Something that Oh no, well done. That's really good, mate.
Yeah. And no problems here. Obviously, it was, slowness is not a penalty in this hobby, in my opinion. I think if I was to pick the one thing that is the hobbyist's nightmare, which is consistency. You can be as slow as you want, but if you're not consistent with painting, and if you want to get stuff turned out, getting the paintbrush in your hand is the difficult bit.
Yeah, definitely.
If you take your time, it doesn't matter, because generally stuff you paint at your own pace anyway. But I think the enemy is not getting that brush in your hand, and that's I think that's the most difficult part of the hobby. Is to pick it up and go, I've got to paint.
Got to paint. I've got to paint something.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, it was. I think it was 69-63. That was the score at the end of that game.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That's a very close game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I say competitive but mostly fun. It was the right level of competitiveness.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that sounds like you had a very fun game, both of you. So that's
yeah.
great.
That's awesome. And then it was quite an amusing end to the day because I think Mr. Beer actually won his own tournament.
Oh, okay.
I know. We were all a little bit,
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay.
We
make the rules, and then suddenly win the tournament.
But yeah. I mean, you obviously we've both met Nick, and he's a great guy. He didn't want to take the top prize, so he ended up doing it as a roll off in the end for the crowd. And it was just literally a dice off. Whoever rolled the most sixes in a row from the first, everyone rolled a dice, and if you rolled a 6, you went through to the next round, so to speak, until one person left. Only took one round.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was LetsMakeItOrkie actually won the top prize there. And I think
that's cool.
Go over to her channel, you can check out. I think she just showed off the goods in her as in the prize in her video. So check it out.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Check it all out. And like I said, check all that because I think everyone has done a few there. And obviously, I met Baldermort as well, who's as you know, I watch quite a bit of his lore videos. Obviously, I know he likes to keep himself quite a private kind of life, so I won't go into too much detail about him. But he was a great guy. Had a good couple of chats with him. Looking forward to hopefully chatting to him a bit further in the future as well. But yeah, overall, I can't. No one there. It was very much like walking into a room of people that are very similar to us in how we play 40k and how we approach the hobby. So
yeah,
and we're from that point of view. That's why the day to me was really, really good, despite my beginning trepidations as usual. Just fighting through that bit of anxiety I normally get when we go to a place I've never been to and not met loads of people I haven't met before. So, which is good.
I know. Honestly, when I saw the people attending, I was quite envious. So, like on my personal subscription list, I've got Planet 40k on there because he does a lot of decent Necron content.
Yes.
So I was like, oh my goodness, he's going! And then I was going for it all, and I was like, there's so many good people going to this event, and hopefully if Nick,
maybe you won't get invited.
Maybe I won't. Maybe
that ship sailed.
Maybe my opportunity. I'll wait in the car.
I'll tell you, you can drive me up.
Yeah, and I'll just sit in the car.
And you can sit in the car.
Hey, I'm over here. And just ignore him.
Don't talk to him.
Don't look round. Don't acknowledge him.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm in the car.
He made it down this time, so if he's good, he can come next year.
Yeah. Oh, fun times.
So yes, but yeah, hopefully we can next time we can go up as a duo again. And yeah, Planet 40k. I didn't get to talk to him as much as the others because I think, unfortunately, our games kind of crossed over in the wrong direction. But I had a couple of quick conversations. Yeah, it seems like again top guys. So I can't. Yeah, honestly, everyone was brilliant. So yeah, and definitely would go again. 10 out of 10.
Oh, good.
Well done, Mr. Beer.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
TripAdvisor review there.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got a marquee event section where I can say this marquee 10 out of 10. I mean, that would be a bit of a weird review to leave, but
that would be weird. So Tom, right? I don't want to move on too much from this Idic event because it sounds like you had an amazing time, and it's been a while since we've done any form of painting challenge on the channel.
We've got an ongoing one, though, haven't we?
Tom, I just noticed something behind you, and I feel this might be a good painting competition.
Oh, is it this thing here? Over here. Yeah, you've got one as well. You want me? You don't do it now. I haven't got the time.
Yes, but we should definitely do it. I'm not opening this until you open yours.
Okay,
then
that's fine.
Have a paint off.
We will. Maybe once the apocalypse is out of the way and I've done this terrain, we'll plan that in as our thing. Yeah. So I thought you meant like another event. I was like, but we've got the armies at ease going.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, but I think it'd be quite a nice little paint off. Be quite a nice model to do.
Mm.
Because I'm still trying to think of a reason to have this. Because I don't know about you, right? So I was looking at that Chaos Terminator, and I love that Chaos Terminator.
Does look very nice.
The artwork is iconic. It's a lovely sculpt, but would I use it in a game? I don't know. The other guy or girl or thing?
The AOS one.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I like the familiars. They're quite cool. But this guy, obviously, you're never going to use him in a game
No.
unless you do. Hey, comes with Watchtower.
I mean, I am more interested in the terrain, if I'm really honest, because as you know, I have a couple of Vindicares already, but I might actually use the terrain for this board in some way, because I think this would be quite a nice little addition to
Yes.
the administration.
Hello, Felpire.
And hello, Felpire. Well, thank you for coming to join us. I know you're probably deep in Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires at the moment, so thank you for popping your head in the door. But yeah, no, I'm up for doing that as a little challenge. I think that'll be a good laugh. So we'll add that to our little list.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so I mean, Apocalypse game wise, there's a lot. We've got a lot going on because it's mid-September, isn't it? Yeah, we're doing the actual game. And I set myself a fairly large challenge of getting this board done because it's a 6x6. So, and I've done one of my friends, Lee, who sometimes frequents the chat when he has the time, is actually sort of just dipping in and out to do a few bits with me. He gave me some good insight on a couple of bits the other night as well, which was nice to get because I think it's always nice to have a bit of, I suppose, creative input when you're working on a large project because you just looking at stuff yourself, you can sometimes convince yourself something A looks right or doesn't look right, when actually there's probably nothing wrong with it or there's something that needs to be added. So just getting that little nudge to say no, we can do this. And he actually gave I think I mean you've seen the switchable, switching the boards around so you can have it either way. That was quite a nice little touch. So I'm glad we did that because it means it's usable in 2 different setups.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea. You don't want to stuck it in one all the time.
No, and this also spurred on a little idea that I had, because obviously we tend to do at least an apocalypse every year, at least one. I thought actually, as I've got all these boards just sitting there doing nothing at the moment, I might start to expand this one battlefield out until it gets ridiculous, so we can use different sections of it for different games. Plus, if we have an event, we've got some ready made up. I know they're the wrong size, but I don't think we really care about that, do we, Dom?
No, Thomas. Not
for our narrative campaigns anyway. Cause it's more about the look of the board.
Yeah, it's all about the immersion onto the battlefield, which is the main thing.
So so if I have them, they're all ready, and we've got several ready to go in that respect. So yeah.
Nice. Okay. How's everyone's hobby going so far? Hopefully, you're all doing some hobbyage somewhere. How's your terrain, Tom? See some gold or something going on there.
There you go.
Very shiny.
Indeed. I'll probably dull it down a bit, but I'm trying not to go too crazy with washers because that gold's actually quite nice on this particular eagle. It's got a nice shine to it. So I will not
be tainted by chaos.
Yeah. No, I mean that's just not going to happen. This is an Imperium world you're invading. So sorry.
No. No need to apologise, Tom. We're the ones invading.
Oh yeah, that's quite correct.
I do apologise. We're inconveniencing you with our presence.
This is a Felpire just picking a campaign. Yeah, I did dabble for a very quick game before we started to check the new update of Felpire. So looking forward to having a game with yourself on that at some point. And Steve just left the gym and sitting in the garden. Yeah, see that's nice. I wish I could do that, but I'm in a flat on the top floor. Streaming outdoors would probably be the ultimate goal if it was quiet enough.
Yeah, I've thought about it before.
Lighting.
And the problem at the moment, lighting is the issue, and the seagulls that are hanging out on my roof at the moment are probably
stop feeding them.
Not overly keen. No, they're not. They're not the best audience to have.
No, they tend to be quite disruptive. It's mainly because they heckle Dom. That's the thing. He's got.
Tell you what, did we talk about the Garden Hammer event? I did.
No. I was going to say.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I was going to actually mention maybe we should give the guys a bit of an update on that as well because we did that. Is that 3 weeks ago now?
Been a few weeks
It
ago.
feels like yesterday, but I know it wasn't.
Yeah, so we had a little Garden Hammer event. Hello, Big Mek
Oh, Big
Danskull.
Mek, Big Mek Danskull, thank you for joining us. Glad you could. Unfortunately, you did miss a lot of talk about the event. So if you do want to catch up on everything that was said, please feel free to rewind at some point and watch from the beginning because we've moved on a little bit now. But everyone, Big Mek Danskull, check out his channel. Definitely, all his links are in the description as well. He's done another great video on the event, so go check it out. Go give him a sub. Very well deserved to have that from you guys if you have the time and want to. So sorry, Dom, carry on with
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So a couple of weeks ago we did a Garden Hammer event at mine. We had 4 tables set up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 tables.
And heat stroke.
And heat stroke. Yeah, it was a very hot day. But luckily, a few of the tables were in shade. For instance, this one, obviously, in shade, and a couple others that are kind of in shade. So I tried to rotate people in and out of shade, depending how they were playing. And it was more of a kind of fun list. The only real requirement was bring things that you haven't played before and have a good time. So there was some nice kind of funny.
No limits.
No limits.
It could be from Legends. It could be from whatever. There was no
whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So I brought word bearers, although I do play word bearers a lot. There's a lot of units I hadn't played in 9th edition, like a Helldrake, for instance. We had Necrons. We had Blood Angels, Space Wolves. We had Death Guard, World Eaters, 2 World Eater armies actually.
There was, because Vicky, my wife, bought one as well. So
yep. Red Scorpions.
Yeah.
And that was a very fun game. Lots of laughs were had. I played 2 games. I think once again it's that thing where you're kind of restricted on time.
Yeah.
Next year, definitely set up beforehand, get people around earlier, and I think also the heat kind of overpowered some people as well. They were
I know
kind of getting a bit fatigued.
Were pretty toasted by the end of it. But it was still again it was another good day, so I can't really complain.
No, definitely expand on it for next year and kind of add a few more bits in there for people. Barbecue was good. Tom, you were head chef for a while.
Indeed.
You kind of went in when some games are still going. You just cracked it and started cooking away. And it was a really good, a good little shindig, to be honest.
Yes, no, it's nice because it was again just like the Dominion one. It was just chill. So I think that sometimes you need that. Sometimes just to sort of get away from that very intense style of event where everything's very super regimented. I mean, to be fair, I think you do need a little bit of it, otherwise people won't play games if that's what the goal is, of course. That's the thing. So
it was a really positive vibe, I think. Anyway, like no one was overly competitive. There were a couple of lists there that they knew what they were doing. And
we're looking at you.
Yeah, you know who you are.
You know who you are.
And someone brought their little caddy along to recommend what units to bring and what dice to roll and what rules to use.
By the way, we can highly recommend getting yourself a Warhammer 40k tournament caddy who sits there, knows all the rules, and just says, "Oh, you sure?"
Yeah, and then berates you when you get things wrong.
And I believe that person's who had the caddies in chat as well. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, 100%. I'm going to be training my eldest up to learn all the 40k rules and then bring her along to games. She can just sit there and bring out more and more insults when I get things wrong. But it was, like I said, a really, really nice vibe. Like even my kids came out at one point and everyone was just nice and friendly, and it was for me just perfect as an event kind of goes. So it was just nice to roll some dice and chill out.
Well, I am hankering for us to run another one of our proper events at some point. It's been
absolutely
like a very long time. I know we've had a bit of issues with venue, which is one of our core problems, but I know we'll eventually get it done. It's just
absolutely. And I think we're definitely kind of tweaking and tuning in what we want, and what we want isn't necessarily what everyone wants,
No.
but I think there's a good bubble of people
Yes.
that want what we kind of
we're
bring
selling.
to the table, what we're selling. They want to drink the Kool-Aid, Tom.
Yeah, they do, and it's not poisoned, we swear.
Yeah, there's barely any wee in it. It's absolutely
Jeez,
fine.
I didn't think you were going to go that way.
Well, we could have gone another way, but I've decided wee was a better option.
I don't understand. But no, yeah, because obviously we tend to do more team narrative events. So, but hopefully, I know you guys. I think I was trying to work out the geographics of the Dominion event. I mean, people came from some quite far away places actually. So some people came from very close as well. Actually, I might add. But obviously, if we run one, we'll sling some invites out to you guys as well, because the merry town of Bexhill needs more gamers, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we've got a good little community down here anyway, but what I quite like about these events, and even going to events, is sometimes it's nice to go out of your bubble, go out of your county, go somewhere else. And like, for instance, if people came down to Bexhill for one of our events, we would happily go out the night before.
Oh, yes.
Not do what I did, but definitely go out, have a nice meal as a group, maybe, depending how many we were, play the event the next day, have a great time. And that's what it's all about. Definitely do not do what I did.
No.
There you go.
Are you talking about the 40k event or your leaving D?
Probably leaving D. Hello, Gavin. But that would not follow through. That's what I'm saying. That would not carry on. Right. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely, Stevo. I think there are so many people out there that just want to have a nice time, have some like narrative-based games, enjoy the hobby element of it, not necessarily get hung up about what the meta units are, and just kind of really just enjoy it and have a good time and meet nice people. Yeah, Dave, you actually, to be fair, Dave Holland, he friend from work came along. We've been airsofting and stuff together. Came along to our event. No involvement in 40k whatsoever. Maybe family members had kind of done some form of wargaming. Came to our event, watched it, really enjoyed it, and then is now in debt from spending so much money on Space Wolves. And
more importantly, he's now probably better at playing it than me and Dom.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm just going to say, Tom. My last game against Dave, thrashed him.
You did you?
Absolutely thrashed him. Yeah.
You did have your new Chaos Code.
Poor little Space Wolves. Yes, absolutely, Stevo. I completely agree. I mean, the thing is with metagaming and doing all that stuff is it's nice to challenge yourself and do something and really, push yourself. But my personal opinion is sometimes if you go to these events, I'm not particularly overly comfortable with it. But if you go to an event where you've got like-minded people there that just want to have fun, meet some people, and not overly concerned if they win or lose, I love those games. I think maybe I'll rig it sometimes in tournaments, Tom, that I purposely do really badly, so we play each other at the bottom table.
I mean, to be fair, the odds of that are fairly high. I don't think there's many events where we
have played each other many a time at tournaments.
We don't go, table 80 out of 80. Hi, how you doing?
Oh, it's this guy again. Oh, man.
Because I think, I mean, to be fair, I think I will admit I think the last tournament I went to was our one nearby. I wasn't that enthralled by that one. Personally, I mean, it was very well run, but it was a bit too intense for me. I think.
I completely get it. Yeah.
Because we've been to a fair few now. We've been to some that kind of hit that middle ground nicely. You got some that we've been to some pretty serious ones when we were sponsored by Wargames all that time ago. That was that. Do you remember that? That was the 6-game one. Do you remember that? Over 2 days.
Yeah.
I remember.
I'll tell you what.
Being destroyed.
I tell you something I love about when we do doubles events, honestly, they are the most fun ones. It's just me and you, and we're just taking a mick out of each other and having a laugh.
Yeah.
And Like it is. I've got no concerns we win or lose. It's quite nice to win, but I'm not overly
Oh well,
concerned.
I think our last, I think we one of our ones we did previously, we did quite well with actually with a really weird. I think it was a weird marine slash chaos list because you had to pick mixed yeah.
Chaos Knights
Yeah, that yes.
and
Templars.
what Chaos Knights and Templars. Yeah, that was quite fun.
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah,
to keep an eye out
definitely.
for that, or run one that we can play in ourselves.
Yeah, Stevo, it'd be an absolute honour to play against you, my friend. And yeah, if we keep it sort of some bat reps out or come and we'll do an event, either way, it'll be good to see you. I'm
Indeed,
sure. Yeah, Tom would like to play you again.
of course.
Maybe let him win.
I don't need charity. Oh dear. Yeah, no, I had a few offers for people to come over, and actually, try and film on the film the channel, which obviously love to do, but I understand that some people live a fair whack away, so it always depends on these kind of things when you meet people. We've met people from when we're on our travels up north. So oddly enough, we end up going up north quite a bit for events. Bizarrely, we don't know what it was, but well, maybe not recently, but a few years ago when we were in a very, I suppose, productive period of going to events. It seemed every time we went somewhere, it was a good 3 to 4 hours away. So, but we found that a lot of the tournaments they were pretty damn good, to be fair.
There are some really good events out there, to be honest, run by some really really good people. And it's always nice to just go along and sometimes you see what people have got to offer. Vanguard, okay, just be careful, all right? Mind that tree, okay? Just be careful.
Remember, driving's more important than watching us.
No, don't listen to him, Vanguard. Pull over. You've only got another half hour, maybe, of this, and then you can go home.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're on a freeway.
Don't care if you've got kids waiting at home for you. Just pull over.
Yeah, just pull over. Watch the rest. Chill out. Just yeah.
Come on.
Have a beer.
Please don't take any of our advice seriously. It will get you in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, definitely don't take any of Tom's advice seriously. It's going to get you in trouble. Yeah. So no, yeah, Tom, I'm definitely hyped to try and organise something.
I know it's been a bit difficult last couple of years because it's just the venue wise. It's
been COVID as well. That didn't help, did it?
No, it really didn't. Because we were getting quite ready to do some, but we got here. Jack says, speaking of the North, any plans to go to Warhammer World? Yes and no. I think for us, it's always.
If we do, we will let everyone know where we are going, when we are going, and hopefully we can all have a little meet up when we get out there. That'd be good fun.
Yeah, we used to try and go to once a year, but that's kind of unfortunately I mean, myself and my wife Vicky went up, oddly enough, after our wedding for a little trip.
Romantic.
Yeah. But ultimately, it's quite a trip for us, and we used to go out for events. But the events now are quite hard to get into, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Yeah, they sell out very quickly.
Unless you're sitting there hitting refresh. Where are you going? Oh dear. He's dropped something. I hope that's what he's done anyway. I hope he's not doing anything else.
Well, that's it. Oh!
Well, Stevo, if when we next go, we'll let you know. And if it ties up, you never know. If the stars align, could meet up there. So it is a good place to, especially if you haven't been to the exhibition up there. That's the one thing that is well worth the trip.
That's the best thing about Warhammer World, except for the people. It's the just Bozo. Yeah, it's really good. I think everyone should make their way to Geek Mecca at least once.
Yeah, even if you don't maybe end up fully liking it and going, oh, it's quite a trip, wouldn't go again. But at least you're giving it a go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we've spoken about it many times. The events are normally very good, but getting the tickets is the difficult bit. So
yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah,
I don't like painting toes on this thing?
Why not?
They're so big.
I decided to make the arches on the windows gold as well now. Am I gone too far? I don't know. What do you think?
And the walls.
I quite like it.
Oh, no, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool, yeah. Big Mek Dan, I think I actually saw you up there once, but I didn't know if it was you, and I didn't say hello. I kind of regret that. Should have really said hello. That's my story. That is literally my story involving that. I was like, Big Mek Dan. I was like, it looks like
He's going to say, but I've never been there.
Yeah. He's been there. I follow him. I know what he's been up to. Yeah, I stalk him. It's cool.
This is why I couldn't really bring him. The restraining order.
Yeah. The secret's out. I was like, oh no, Big Mek Dan's going.
That's why I had to put out.
Yeah, sorry, Nick. I've got some excuse. I can't go. I mean, for legal reasons, I can't.
Legal reasons. Oh dear. No. But yeah. Anyway, everyone's painting tonight. What's everyone been up to, and has everyone got any progress they want to show off? Obviously, if you check the description, we have a. I just realised I'm getting a bit of echo for some reason.
Hello, Adam. Welcome. Restraining orders. Is that the bit you came in on?
Probably. But
yeah.
If you do want to show off any of your stuff in our Discord, there is a link in the description of this video to join our Discord. So if you click that and get in there, I'll approve you as a member as soon as I get to looking at that later on. So if you haven't joined us and want to join a little community of ours, it's just like-minded people doing a hobby and having a good chat and showing off all their lovely work that they do. I mean, there are some odd people in there as well, but that's what we are.
Peculiar bunch. The Toadettes.
The Toadettes. But yeah, so check the Discord link out, and yeah, and then I think that's when Adam did come in by the looks of it, because he's just sort of said yup. So he's now aware of your restraining order. I know we're trying to keep it secret.
I think literally this is the worst place to be talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Mr. Beer.
Oh, Mr. Beer, welcome. Thank you for coming to watch. He's playing snooker. Excellent. Okay. Yeah. No, well, thank you very much for at least popping in, man. It's appreciate it. And before you, obviously, if you are still listening to this bit, thank you so much for the event. I'm sure if you're watching this back, you'll hear all my praise and thanks earlier in the video. So there we go. But no, thank you for organising. It was a grand day out. There we go. And check out his next videos on his channel in the description.
Nice. Subtle.
I don't know why I'm whispering. I've been fairly vocal about it from the beginning.
Yeah. Very nice. Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, I need to get some aircon in here or something. It started to really want. As you know, you can see I'm in quite a small room here, and I have to have the door shut sometimes because obviously they've got other things going on in the flat. And I must admit, this is not a good day for that.
Yeah, fortunate we're not doing a streaming thing tonight. When it got a streaming game, boiling away in your little room.
Yeah, because for anyone who is first time, this is also my gaming area here behind me. It's a bit of a mess because I've got lots of stuff going on at the moment, mainly terrain stuff. So I've had a lot of stuff out of boxes. I was actually turned on by that when I was looking for what terrain I needed to get for this board. I was like, I better buy some. Then literally I went into another cupboard and I was like, no, I need to sell some.
Yeah, it's gone the other way.
I couldn't, because I think me and Don purchased a job lot. No, we were given a job lot from a friend, weren't we?
Yeah.
Sorry. And we didn't really do much with it. And some of it I went, I'm not going to get around to painting this for ages, so I put it into boxes and so I could work through it gradually. And literally I got them out. I was like, I completely forgot about all of this. And it's half of it, but I had the other half out, which I still have. Some of it's still not done, but it was so. But now I've got it all, and I've got this Apocalypse project on. It's actually really helpful just to go. I don't have to make anything. I've pretty much got most of it. I did buy a couple of little bits to round out an area because the aesthetic would be off if I didn't. Because there's quite a difference between what GW used to produce, and some of their newer stuff, which is I think, would you say it's probably fair to say they've gone a bit more, I suppose, much more curved edges on it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. I mean,
in
if you look at
general,
that and like the build and stuff I've got behind me, you can't really see much of this
no,
battlefield at the moment.
that's your jungle board, isn't it? Oh dear, he pulled his cable out. Yeah, he has. There you go.
I'm back.
He's back now.
So
Yeah,
unplugged everything.
I figured. You
Yeah, the buildings are quite flat, so yeah, the new stuff's a lot more curved and really nice.
So you kind of get that. So unfortunately, when you're designing a board and you've got a mixer train, so essentially this is going to be part of one section, and then I've got a kind of a pump area, which is going to have pipes and like a little disposal area, that kind of thing, and then the main area, which is going to have I bought the obviously I showed obviously you a picture of this the other day, but the Adeptus Sororitas statue with the wings.
Yep.
So that's going to go up on the top of this of kind of like the central area, which is going to have all the new style buildings in it. I just hope I get it all done. You know, it's amazing how quick time starts to disappear when you're working on something, and you're like, well, I've only got about 3 or 4 weeks to do this. And
Absolutely.
in between, then I've got like a wedding to go to. I've got a little event to meet up for. You know, I've got lots of little things going on. It's crazy. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. I'm sure it will be, because I love the Apocalypse games that we do, and I would not want to let you guys down. So there we go.
And I am currently, this is the model I'm going for, because on Saturday they showed what's going to be up for pre-order. Weekend coming.
Was it Demons?
Obviously, they had lots of
Demons this week.
Demons, and they had Possessed as well. So I was kind of umming and ahhing what I'm going to get, because, you know, as I've kind of hinted, I've switched jobs. So it's going to be a bit of a transition, and hobby funds might have to be put aside a little bit more. But I've decided I'm going to go with a Chaos Demon Codex. I was tempted with Possessed, but I think maybe the Demon Codex will be more beneficial for the Forces of Chaos.
I mean, the thing is, you've got a lot of demons sitting there ready to be played, so why not?
I mean, I think I've probably got 100 bloodletters up in that cupboard that will probably need to attend some form of battle.
We will have to do a joint Chaos Force one time to play against some people. I think that would be a good laugh.
Yeah, so the 100 bloodletters will need to appear, and if they've got better rules, 100% they need to get that codex. So yeah, I'm going with a Chaos Demon Codex when it comes up for pre-order, because I do love playing demons. It's a nice change from playing your normal armies. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Having a look at the rules, I think there's going to be some interesting changes there to make it a bit more of a not just competitive, but also I think just playable would be the better way of describing it.
yeah, it's quite hard unless you build it in a particular way at the moment to be validating that as a choice.
Okay, so there's a bit more on there. Actually, I guess there we go. Another nice golden arches.
Golden arches. The Mackie D's.
Oh, tell you what though, painting stuff like this when you're sitting on a chair is actually quite a difficult thing. This thing gets quite heavy after a while.
Yep. Yeah, kind of, yeah.
But yeah, cool.
Also, they got the new Siege of Terror book coming out as well.
Oh yes, actually, I've got a £10 voucher for Amazon at the moment.
Have you?
Yeah, I'm going to get that burnt in there at some point. I'm going to resub off that, I think, and get that book ready. Is this weekend as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
Saturday.
off to Audible I go, trying to pick up another little driving fuel.
Well, mine overlapped my Audible, so I've now got 2 credits.
Ooh.
Okay. I was tempted until they announced what was coming out this Saturday to get start getting the Night Lords trilogy.
Oh yeah.
Because I was by ADB, because I was like, yeah, I read the books. I love the books. I love the character, and I was like, I quite like listening back to him. I think so. Yeah. I was tempted to do that, but now I'm gonna have to wait because I'm gonna get that one and the Siege of Terror one, and then see what I want to do with that.
No, that's fair enough. It's I mean, like I said, I've gone very much down the audio book method nowadays because time for reading is fairly sparse. You know, if I could read and paint at the same time, maybe. But that kind of affects you.
You get messy, to be honest. Yeah.
Well, have you painted all the pages in this book? I'm sorry, I get confused. And I know Vicky's, I think, just going on about the pocket again. She's finishing up her last Berserkers, by the way.
Nice.
I,
Vicky has been given more points.
yeah, I
I don't know
heard.
if you're aware.
She was actually very happy
So
about that.
her contingent of World Eaters has been boosted slightly.
Can I have some
So
more
it's
points?
no less points. We're taking more from you.
I've only got 5,000. It seems such a
waste.
So me, Matt, and Dave are sitting there going, we haven't got enough points. I think we should just get some more. Maybe we'll just pretend like we've filled the points, but we've gone under. Oh no, only filled 3,000 points. I'll have to put some more
It's
in.
going to be good. I'm just have a look on our little team chat.
Yeah, we're hopefully going to have a little meet up. So that I think a couple of guys want to try out some of the more, I suppose, units they don't get to use on a regular basis, just to see what they do. Because I must admit, actually, I was thinking about my Titan. I've never used it really, apart from maybe. Actually, I can't remember the last time I used it in a game. Because it seems like it's been quite a long time since we had all those kind of models out. So
yeah,
it seems a shame to. It is actually a shame when you buy stuff like that and you don't get to use it very often, because you spent a bit of money on it. I mean, obviously I like to look at it now and then, but that's a model that needs a bit of a rebuild. But I just haven't got the heart to break that thing apart, if I'm totally honest.
I get to use the beast.
No.
Get to use my Titan as well. It's getting exciting.
I'm gonna put 2 turbo delays destruction into it first turn, destroy it, and then you'll be crying.
Rude. So do you want to know how we've broken our points down?
Oh, you can tell me if you want. I can give you an insight as well. But
little spoiler for you. So we got
5,000
points on Titanic units. So Titanic units are anything with the Titanic keyword, and it isn't necessarily one particular faction.
No.
So the World Eaters could have a Lord of Skulls, for instance. We've obviously got a Titan, and we've got other points going in there as well. We've got 2,000 points of Tzeentch. So that can be Thousand Suns and Tzeentch Demons. We have got 2,500 points of World Eaters from Vicky's Warband. We've got 5,000 points of Nurgle. So that is Death Guard and Demons, or Death Guard and Black Legion. And then 5,500 points of my stuff. So that could be Word Bearers, Chaos Demons, potentially some World Eaters chucked in there as well. So that's how we're breaking our points up. There's a few more players on the Chaos side. What about you, Tom?
Well, we have 3 factions, obviously. We have Ultramarines,
Archfarmer Krug,
Black Templars,
Death to the Xeno, Death to the Heretic.
The Heretic's the better one, this one, and Spaceballs.
War Patrol, go.
So 5,000 points each of them.
Yeah.
And then obviously a 5,000 contingent of super heavy / Titanic unit, whatever we were doing for that. Which is unfortunately I take up, as Dom knows, that thing behind him is not a cheap unit. It's 2,000 points. With I think it got 60 wounds. Is that right?
I guess something stupid like that. Yeah. I'm really hyped to see Titans on the battlefield, as well as everything else that everyone's chucking out as well. Because I know Dave hasn't got any super heavies. Obviously, Matt's got a few of the big boy tanks. So I just like all these units that you don't normally get to see, and that's what I love about Apocalypse.
Yeah,
it's just these things that you never see in a normal game. It's just suddenly poof, it's on the battlefield.
And this is also the other reason for getting this board, because we everywhere. No, there's no. I'm not gonna. I won't rag on mats and stuff like that. They have a very important place in the hobby now, because they make, in my opinion, they make gaming exceptionally mobile. In a world where you're taking a lot of stuff around, it makes it very easy to set up a board in a very small amount of time. But I think you may agree with this. I do miss a good custom-made board with a bit of depth and height and texture to it. Because at the end of the day, you get a mat, you whack a load of terrain on it. The one behind you is a very good example of how how a good setup can be done and achieved. Because I know you had that. Was that the partially commissioned one? That one, was it, or?
Was that on the back?
Yeah, the jungle one.
The jungle one. Yeah.
Because but I know that the amount of work that went into it was to get it to that kind of look. It was quite a lot, and a lot of little accessories just to give it that bit. But again, it's one of these weird ones where everything is technically on a flat surface, so you kind of miss that bit of natural height. Because that's the one thing that Realm Battle Boards do quite nice with that hill in the middle that you could buy. I kind of miss that. So at the moment, I'm not going to be quite as ambitious as doing a hill, but I'm definitely trying to put some miniature heights in for stepping up and down over various parts of objects and things like that. So I'm looking forward to sort of giving that board a little bit of. I just hope it doesn't look like a pile of crap.
I'm sure it won't. Tom.
I know. I've just been, I've been so nervous about building a board like this for a long time because I ruined your house last time I did one. I was much younger and much more naive at the time. So just a small tip to anyone doing it: you need lots of sealant for the board if you're going to put flock / gravel / anything on it. Otherwise, what happens is your friend is picking out gravel from his kitchen for the next 8 to 10 years. And he gets So sorry.
That's okay. So that's cool. I think you need to add a bit of depth to boards, because a homemade board is absolutely brilliant.
And storage is another issue. I think the other thing I had when we were looking at this is that what I'd love to do is to embed the structures into the board, but can't do that because storing it at the moment is basically impossible. So I've been coming up with some ideas about how to get around that, and I think I've come up with a couple of nice sort of solutions, and I think it will work for reusability as well. So
nice, positive stuff.
Indeed. Oh, jeez.
Nice. Well, Tom, I think tonight we're going to pretty much call it there before you pass out. It's not particularly cool here.
No.
Like I said, I'm scared about the seagulls outside.
So just for anyone who has tuned in for the first time, we tend to go between an hour and a half, occasionally a 2-hour slot, unless we're doing a game, in which case we could end up doing up to 3. But we have our nights where I think we're both a bit knackered, and also the heat is a little bit warm in here at the moment. I need to open a couple of windows, but as I live in the middle of a town centre, opening the windows is not a good option around here, because all you get to hear is the lovely bikers or the drunken people walking home from the snooker club across the road, which I don't think. I don't want to have to shout back at them on stream. It's rude.
It is rude, Tom. You're very, very abusive.
Yeah. Look at this face. I clearly I'm an abusive person. It's just
yes. Good. First step is admitting it. Well done.
God. So anyway, just before we do end up, obviously, for anyone who joined the stream late, if you haven't gone, if you get the time to do so, go back to the beginning of the stream, watch it from the beginning. A lot of stuff about the event. Have a look around. There's lots of these lovely logos here, and you can find a link to the people that own those logos in the description below. And I know that they would appreciate any visit and some subscription or whatever, if any of their content that you like, obviously, because this is what this is about. It's sharing around the love of the hobby. So
exactly, and I think that the thing is to remember that all these content creators do it mainly for people to watch and enjoy, and the more you encourage, the more stuff comes out. Indeed. And these are really good people. Make sure to click on them, check them out, tell them that the Toad sent you. And all positive stuff.
I think we're good then, aren't we? And I should probably end with a little message about certain other people that we at the top stream, you see Goblin Gaming. Don't know if you heard about them yourself.
Goblin Gaming?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I think if you use that link below,
yes,
what you can do is on Saturday when the pre-orders come up, you can click on that link. And what will happen is you'll get a discount on this amazing stuff that's coming out.
Yeah.
But because we're an affiliate with Goblin Gaming, we'll get tiny amount of money. It won't cost you anymore. No. It will cost them something. And you get yourself some amazing toys, some books. You can buy yourself or your friends something, or you can buy us something. And what will happen is when you use that link, and as we're an affiliate, we get a tiny bit of money. And what that money will do is we'll go into the Black Toad Bank.
Indeed.
And then what we'll use it to build up
Black
channel.
Toad Bank, I like that.
Yeah.
We should...
Yeah, there's a little toad with a hat and a monocle that owns it. And we'll use that money to build the channel
Massive
and bring
red
happiness
eyes.
to people. Yeah.
Really friendly.
You want a girl? I think we got a bit slightly distracted there.
We've got off track a bit, haven't we? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, use that link to buy models, and we would be your friends forever.
And before you go, check the Discord out in the description and hit a like on this video, please, and subscribe to us as well if you've enjoyed what we've done. And we will hopefully speak to you all very soon. And I have been Tom, and this has been
Dom.
And we are both Black Toad Studio. It's been a pleasure to talk to you all tonight, and we'll see you all soon.
Bye bye. Take care. Adios, muchachos.